Welcome back to Terror by the Bay. I'm David, and I'm surrounded by cats trying to eat each other's food. We'll see if Elle or Nico make another appearance for this video. So, last video I did a reading on Trump's next 3 weeks, week by week, and it seems to be holding consistent that things aren't going so hot for him. But that doesn't mean he doesn't have tricks up his sleeve. I want to look at Kamala Harris's next 3 weeks, starting with the week of the 21st, which is today, actually this evening. It's already started, but it keeps it on a Monday, so we'll just keep going with that. And we'll see what the next 3 weeks are. Now, I did not rewatch my last video with Kamala Harris, but I seem to recall by the third week of October, things were looking as good for her as they were as poorly for Donald. So we'll see how things are looking now. Okay, this will be for entertainment purposes only. Come on down. Kamala Harris's first week, the week of the 21st through the 27th. Okay, Eight of Swords, hostage, being tied down. But it's also setting yourself free. Let's see where we're going with this. We got the Seven of Coins, evaluations, the Tower, and the Page of Swords. Underneath it all, we're going to have money and generation. Okay, so if Trump's team is going to try and unleash an October surprise, this would be the week that they try to unleash it. That would be one way to interpret this. Been looking at stuff, trying to bring her campaign down. Some insider, like some spy saying that they know something about Kamala Harris. But in this case, it would be somebody who's paid off. That is one possibility of what's going on here. Something that I can't remember. There was something that she wanted to get ahead of. It might have been, I forget who I heard that from. So if there's going to be an October surprise, this is the week that Trump and company are going to try and unleash an October surprise. If this is not an October surprise, I think if this is not an October surprise, what this is, it's trying to find ways to free women to get out and vote. Because Kamala Harris knows that the gender gap divide is the key divide, especially with young women. Because they're taking away women's reproductive and healthcare rights is just the first step. And, getting people to fight for those rights that have been taken away unfairly from them. This just might be the reminder to women that you don't have to live in the culture that this old man wants you to live in just because it's the patriarchy. Okay? So this could be the patriarchy. So one of two things, could be both. She could be focusing on getting the women's vote out to get their rights back. There could be an October surprise that pops up. Now, the week of the 28th, the week before the election, we've got the Hanged Man as the foundational reading, looking at things differently. Or it could be a willing sacrifice. Eight of Cups, walking away. Wheel of Fortune, and the Five of Swords. All right. I think this week, the week of the 28th, this is the week I got for Donald Trump concocting his newest Kool-Aid to get his viewers prepped. I think she's pretty much seeing that there's no way she's going to lose this election. It would take a miracle for her to lose this election. She can win this election with both arms tied behind her back and being hung upside down by one foot, and she'd still win the election. I think Trump has emotionally checked out, and Kamala Harris is basically going in for the kill. This is where, Republican voters are walking away from Trump. This is the week where you start realizing that, again, you might just win Florida. You win Florida, this thing is over. It's that kind of week. The Republicans are walking away. There's no interest. Trump's walking away. There's no interest. All the momentum's with the Democrats, and they're going in for the kill. And you want to do that a week before because, and this was the week I said she was peaking. This is where she's hitting her absolute stride. Cannot lose this one, because you want control of the House and the Senate. And you want as much of a majority as you can get so you can really start knocking out the legislation. And this, I think, is the week where the money that they've got, they really start putting money into the campaign. Ad buys, stuff like that. This is really the momentum pushing moment. This is it. This is where you get that last big push, that week and weekend before the election. And then the election week, the strength card. Skill, mastery, and strength. She's basically not stuck her head in the mouth of the lion. She just quieted him down. We don't need to be cruel. We don't need to be mean-spirited. We are just going to give you your medicine, and we are going to close your mouth because this is over. We got the Three of Coins. The plans, the working of the plans behind the scenes. Star card, beautiful. Absolutely. And the Six of Swords. She has a strong showing. Big victory. Big victory. To the point where, I think the discussions of court, they're not even really talking about, I'm sure they'll be talking about how they're going to fight court cases, because there's going to be attempts by the Republicans with saying the election was stolen. But it's almost like when she wins, the next discussion, and this could be Biden, is how do you keep the peace? What plans do you put in place to keep the peace now that the woman has won? And it is obvious we have our first black female president, who's also Indian or Asian, if you will. And this is now legacy. The legacy has now been established. So, as far as that goes, I would say that things look great for Kamala Harris. This is not going to be a close election. She's going to win this election with both hands tied behind her back and one hanging from one foot in the air. There's just nothing there. There could be an October surprise that comes out this week, or it could just be the focus on getting women's vote out there. Both can happen. Both things can happen. And that I will leave it for now. I was going to say, and there's an article that said, will Biden use his kingly powers after the election? It's possible. It's possible. Biden's got he's got two sort of big things to go to work with. One is going to be, the normal running the country. But I suspect if there isn't already plans in place, and I'm sure there are, because Joe Biden is one thing, he is forward thinking, how are they going to keep the calm? What is the plan after the election when Trump's trying to rile the base? Guard, it's almost like they're making the contingency plans to protect the counting of the vote. Contingency plans for Inauguration Day. And maybe they even do put things, intelligence agencies or something like that on higher alert for the election and after the election. And again, gathering data, because you want to find who the instigators are so you hold them accountable. There's going to be a lot of extra work that we don't see behind the scenes that it's going to be done out there to keep the peace. And it will most likely be tumultuous, because if there's one thing we've learned about MAGA is they are sore losers. They're lousy winners and they're sore losers. And they're going to lose, and they're going to be really upset about it. Do with that what you will. Try to protect yourself as best you can, but make sure you celebrate. We didn't get to celebrate the last victory. I sure as hell am planning on celebrating this one. Thank you very much for watching this video and supporting my channel. I appreciate it. This reading is for entertainment purposes only, but I hope you found it insightful, and I'll catch you on the next video. Take care.